All new at 6, a $100 million mistake that could leave you, the North Carolina taxpayers, paying the price. It is all over a new technology system designed to put the court systems online. And thanks for joining us tonight for the news at 6. I'm Jane Monreal.
And I'm Colin Mayfield. The eCourts, they first went live in Wake County. They had a rough rollout there with hundreds of glitches and some hiccups. But just today, we learned the Wake County DA and others, they are so upset about it that they're calling on state leaders to do an independent review of the entire system.
However, that new system is about to launch here in Mecklenburg County.
Yeah.
Top law enforcement officials here have said on the record they think this is a bad idea and could even put people's safety at risk.
Our Michelle Bowden has been following this eCourt system setback since the beginning, speaking with all of the key players in this process, the police chief, sheriff, and the district attorney.
She joins us now with a Where's the Money report you'll only see on WCNC Charlotte.
We've been talking about eCourts for months now with almost no good news, and now that the launch is just days away, the news isn't any better. With leaders fearing dangers to the public, long lines at the courthouse, delayed courts, and even civil rights violations.
Certainly there's a great deal of anxiety.
We've heard it repeated.
We're all concerned.
From all the key players.
Yeah, I'm very concerned.
Mecklenburg County's district attorney, the sheriff, police chief, and area defense attorneys all worried about the October 9th launch of eCourts.
What was your first reaction when you heard?
I'd rather have the rapture come.
After a 6-month delay, eCourts, the new technology meant to digitize and connect all of North Carolina's courts, is finally coming to Charlotte after a disastrous launch in Wake and surrounding counties.
All of us are happy to have an automated system. There are a lot of unresolved questions that I hope certainly get resolved in the next few days.
Hundreds of documented glitches that have caused everything from court stoppages to long lines. Check out this guy literally sitting in a chair in line in Wake County just last week, to people being rearrested on charges that were dropped, and even class action lawsuits after people were left sitting in jail after those charges were dropped. The Administrative Office of the Courts, or AOC, is heading up the launch. They've continued to downplay the problems, even when court has had to stop for hours, sometimes days at a time. But they've acknowledged more than 573 application defects since eCourts went live in North Carolina.
If you speak with the Administrative Office of the Courts, they will tell you that in almost every one of those circumstances that those things have been resolved. If you talk to some of my colleagues who remain in some of those districts, they will tell you that they still are seeing some signs of non-resolution of those things.
The DA is even more worried because Mecklenburg County's caseload is so much bigger than Wake County's.
But that seems to be a recurring issue that, Wake and the other counties will talk about, is that they keep finding these issues and then they have to be addressed. Why are we still finding these issues when it launched months ago?
That's part of what gives, I think, all of us some bit of caution. You would want to not build the airplane in the air. You would want to have it built before you actually take off. And there are a lot of things about this system that we've had to learn through experience.
The DA's office also just realized the new system may cut off access to all criminal records.
Just 20 minutes before entering the interview with you, I learned that criminal records that we used to be able to rely on being delivered to us, that's going to have to be entirely reworked. It could slow down our ability to argue in front of judges, to be able to give them the kind of information to make sure that we are not putting dangerous folks back on the street.
The sheriff has similar safety concerns.
Imagine we have the wrong information or not the correct information or misguided information, and we get into a conflict. It's just more than paperwork or the system goes down. It's also safety of my deputies.
At the police department, the chief recently learned his team is also going to have to get creative and do more work to make sure information about arrests and other case information makes it into the new system.
We always thrive on making sure that we keep dangerous criminals off the streets and that we're arresting the right people, and the people that we are encountering, that we have as much data and information on them as we can. So when you're missing data or when data is incorrect, that's important to the safety of our public and the safety of our officers.
The chief says as of now, the new state system does not work with individual county systems.
That's why you're seeing someone being arrested twice on the same warrant.
The DA has spent the last year trying to make a dent in the backload of cases, many of them murder cases, that COVID exacerbated. Now he fears courts will be slower and could even shut down. And he's frustrated that his office had very little input helping craft the system they'll be relying on.
Maybe 3.5 years ago, the vendor actually came to our office for about a day and we were told that they'd be back. That never happened.
The vendor, Tyler Technologies, has faced lawsuits across the country in other jurisdictions where these systems have launched.
Is this actually going to work?
We're going to find out.
Is Mecklenburg County ready? Should this be launching now?
Well, we as ready as we can be.
We tried to get comment from Tyler Technologies, and a spokeswoman referred us to the AOC. The AOC gave us a lengthy statement. We've got that posted on our website, WCNC.com. This is a story we will continue to follow. Back to you.
And part of our jobs as journalists is to hold those in power accountable, especially when it comes to your taxpayer money.
And that's why our team started our Where's the Money reports.
Right.
So we want to put this call to action out there. If you have something that we should investigate, let us know. A lot of our story ideas are coming from you at home telling us about them. So send us an email to money@WCNC.com.